Hello everyone, Jose Brushi here. I wanted to make this video because I just passed the SAFE MLO state exam yesterday. I passed it with 78, which is not the best, but I passed, right? So like my instructor said in the course, he said even the person with the lowest score in medicine is called doctor. So it's the same thing here, right? Just wanted to make this quick video just to show you guys, give you guys probably a little bit of a tip and tricks on how to pass the test. I passed it on the first time, which is, from what I hear, is really difficult. It is a really difficult test. I can tell you that I prepare myself. I studied 3 days before the test, 3 full days before the test. Besides that, I did the course, read a lot of material, looked for a lot of videos on YouTube and everything. So I just want to tell you a little bit of what I did, right? So the first thing I did, I enrolled for a course on Gold Coast, which is a school I went to for a 3-day course for the 22 hours actually, that you are required. I went on a Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So I went through the course. It was really nice. My instructor was really good. He showed us he showed us a lot of stuff, and for me, that I didn't come from a real estate background, it made it super easy. So super easy to understand. He actually make you feel that math is easy, which is easy for most people. For me, it's really easy actually, but the problem with the math is you don't find a lot of math questions on the test, which should be good if you're not good in math, or should be bad if you're actually good in math. In my case, I'm kind of good with the numbers, so it was actually bad that they only gave me 2 questions out of the 125. Out of 125 questions, they only gave me 2 questions for math, on which I only had to use the calculator once. So the other one was like, what is 2 plus 2% or something like that. Super easy. But anyways, so what I did was I enrolled for the course. I went there the 3 days. I passed the test on the course, which is fairly easy. If you're doing it here in Florida, I do suggest Gold Coast. By the way, I don't get paid for anything. All these suggestions, I'm not getting paid by Gold Coast or anybody I'm gonna suggest here. This is just a suggestion video. All right, so I went to Gold Coast School. It was really good. So I finished on Sunday. So I went to the NMLS after that, and then I booked the test for the next week. I didn't want the test to be that far from the course. I wanted everything to be fresh, which is another thing that I wanted to suggest here. I don't take the course live. Don't take it online if you can. So that's what I did. I put the test for Tuesday the 15th. This is October 2019 right now, so I put it on October 15 at 8 a.m. So what I did was I started studying from Saturday, Sunday, and then Monday 14. So I was ready for the test on the 5th. So the best thing I did was the instructor has this website called Mortgage Commander. It was great. I paid the subscription for it. Again, I'm not getting paid by saying this, so I paid the subscription. It's $37. It's something very nice. They put a portion of that to a non-profit organization for breast cancer, I believe it is, which I think is cool. So yeah, I paid the subscription, and then he has a lot of practice tests that you can do, and it's really nice. They helped me a lot. And then so what I did was I did all the tests with the best of my knowledge, without using the books or anything like that. I just took the test. There are 25 question tests each of them, so I took all the tests, and then I see the percentage. Most of them I passed them with a 68, 70, 72, so I was failing all the time. So what I did was I saw where I was going. you can see at the end all the answers, and then you can see on which answers you're good at and which answers you're really bad, right? So that's what I did. I wrote every answer that I had that I wasn't feeling good with, and all those sections, those are the ones that I focus on studying. So I had to study a lot anyways, but that helped me to, you know, at least know a little bit better which areas I was good at and which areas I was not so good at. So I had to study a lot on those areas, focusing more on those areas. Then the other things, you know, it became a little bit easier afterwards anyways. So yeah, that's the best thing I did. He's got a couple math tests at the end. When I passed those, I figured, you know, there's nothing else that I have to worry about, at least not math. I don't have to study math, which it was good for me. But I focused on the other thing. My lowest score was on the law section, which is like 20-something% of the test. So I had to study a lot of laws, regulations, all that kind of stuff. Anyways, it was still my lowest section on the test, but it made a difference, right? So all the studying I did for those sections that I wasn't so good at. So yeah, that's what I did. I studied that way the whole time. So the night before, some other cool thing that he has on the website is he's got this section for the night before the exam. He explained everything, right? So how the exam is gonna be, everything you have to go through, how to prepare the night before, how to prepare on the test, what to do if you know the answer if you don't know it. It's really nice. I do suggest you get the subscription. I'm gonna put the link below. So yeah, what I did was on Monday, the night before, I had to get, you know, prepared. I don't like to sleep early, but I had to that night actually. I went to sleep at 9. But yeah, you know, you have everything in your mind. You're kind of worried if you're gonna pass the test or not. For me, failing the test wasn't an option. I didn't want to spend 1 month to present the test again, to take the test again. I didn't want to wait for 1 month, so for that to me wasn't an option. So I had to pass the test the first time, yes or yes, right? So that's what I did. I went to bed like around 9 p.m. that night, and I tried to sleep. Of course, my head was, you know, all going around and everything. I didn't sleep very good. I ended up sleeping like around 11. So what I did was, my test was at 8. They suggest you are there 30 minutes before, because you have to go through the whole thing. They have to check you out. They have to see, you know, you have to get your socks down, everything. They want to see if you don't have any kind of material that can help you with the test. So you have to be there early. The instructor suggested another 20 minutes before those 30 minutes, so 50 minutes in total before the test time, so you can be there. And then so for me, I had to leave home like around 6:30, because it was like a 40-minute driving. I do suggest you know exactly how long it's gonna take, but always take in consideration the traffic. The night before, I checked how long it was gonna take me to get there. Of course, at night there's no traffic, so it told me 30 minutes. The day of the test, I found out that it was 45 minutes with traffic, so I had to leave a little bit earlier. So be careful with that. Then what I did was, I woke up at 4 a.m. right? So what I did, instead of studying until late, I went to bed early. I woke up at 4 a.m. and then I did the whole thing. I tried to read, you know, probably the whole book, all the notes that I had, everything that was highlighted, everything that was very important, and mostly the areas I wasn't good at. And besides that, I had time to do a couple tests again. I did 2 tests before that, so I had a little bit more fresh knowledge in my head, and I could see, you know, that tests, I did good in those tests, because of course I knew the answers already. That was the first thing. And then after that, I went through the whole book again on those areas, right? So I did good on those ones. And then by the time at 6:30, I left, and I got there early. then the rest is history. I went through the test and everything. The day of the test, just try to be calm, relax. You have plenty of time. I had plenty of time. It's 3 hours and 10 minutes, I believe, 190 minutes. Yeah, so they give you 3 hours and 10 minutes. You have time. You do have time to do the whole test. Relax. You don't have to hurry. So yeah, that was my experience. I do wish you guys pass the test also in the first time. Try to, you know, research a little bit, find videos that can help you out. Try to get better on the areas that you're not so good at, and then try to get those areas, you know, try to get more comfortable in that area, so the day of the test, because remember, mostly on those areas where you're not so good at, those are the questions that you're gonna get the most. So try to get better at those. The ones that you're good at, you know that already, so you maybe have to go through it once or twice, but the other areas, try to read, investigate a little bit more, research, find videos. The instructor was there for me all the time. When I sent him an email, he replied back right away, which is really good. And that's it. That was my experience. I wish you guys you passed on the first time. Please comment below if you have any questions. Best of luck for everybody, and see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.